Jaycee Dugard was taken from her home in 1991. She was 11 years old, and tonight she's alive and safe. Her alleged captor's behind bars, but this case has certainly seen its share of twists. First, let's take a quick look at some brand new video just in. Aerial footage of the makeshift compound Jaycee Dugard was forced to spend the last 18 years of her life. They're basically just sheds in the backyard of an Antioch home belonging to Jaycee's alleged captors. And there's the car believed to have been, right there, involved in the kidnapping almost 2 decades ago. That was just being taken out a few minutes ago. Brandon Rittiman's been following the story for us all day. Brandon, go ahead and bring us up to speed now.
Bill, I've been searching for a word, and the best one I can come up with is bittersweet. I keep coming back to it. And believe me, the more details you hear about what happened to Jaycee over the last 18 years, the more bitter you're going to feel about this story. But there is, of course, the sweet side that she's been found and alive, something that most people thought they'd never hear. Those who lived here in 1991 remember Jaycee Dugard's tragic story. Weeks after this home video was taken, kidnappers took Jaycee away. Her mother talked with Channel 2 the day of the kidnapping.
She said, "Mommy loves you. You hang on. Somebody's going to come and get you."
She lived in this South Lake Tahoe area home. A neighbor who still lives up the street remembers seeing Jaycee that morning.
I was getting my son, who was 4.5, ready for school, and I saw her walking on this side of the road in her pink top. And
then 11-year-old Jaycee was walking up this street towards her school bus stop. In the meantime, her father was standing in front of the house right here watching. He told Channel 2 what happened next.
There, all of a sudden, the car darted across the road, cut her off. I saw a door open. I jumped on my bike. I heard a scream. I pedaled, and I realized I couldn't catch him in time. So I came back down, called 911.
It sent South Lake Tahoe into shock. Kids were afraid to walk to the bus stop alone, parents afraid to let them.
They had candlelight vigils and ribbons and searches, and everybody's trying to, help out. But I mean, there was there was nothing you could do.
After long enough, most gave up on the idea of ever seeing her again. Now that she's been found,
I just wonder what she's been through, and hopefully she's going to be all right.
What police say she's been through since then will not put anybody at ease. After the kidnapping, police say Jaycee was taken to this Bay Area home, which began 18 years of horror for the 11-year-old girl in a makeshift compound in the backyard.
She was in good health, but living in a backyard for the past 18 years does take its toll, but she was in good health.
Investigators say she was being held there by 58-year-old Philip Garrido, a federal parolee who was convicted in the 1970s of a rape and kidnapping in Nevada. The registered sex offender was handing out religious literature at UC Berkeley recently, and a police officer ran a background check. That led to a meeting with his parole officer where he allegedly brought Jaycee and 2 children.
From what they have both said, he fathered both of those children with Jaycee.
So Garrido apparently impregnated Jaycee twice. She gave birth to 2 girls, now ages 11 and 15, which means Jaycee had the first one when she was only 14 years old. Philip Garrido and his wife Nancy Garrido are both in jail in El Dorado County now. They'll be arraigned tomorrow, and that's when we'll learn the charges against them. An investigator who worked the case struggled to take in the news at today's press conference. I asked him what the odds are that Jaycee might recover mentally from what she's been through.
I'm not a psychologist. I can't speak to that, but yeah, there's always hope. I don't want to give up hope, and nobody should.
And the now 29-year-old Jaycee is in a hotel in the Bay Area. We're told she has been reintroduced to her family, and again, she and her children are in good health, despite the fact they've never seen a doctor in all this time, never seen the inside of a classroom either, we're told, Bill.
Man, that is the amazing part. And here's something else. Brandon, the Garridos, they're there for 20 years. How did they live under the radar all that time?
Yeah, and it's interesting because, of course, Philip Garrido was under parole supervision and had regular visits. We're told from parole officers. We're not told how often those happened. But to have this compound in his backyard seems fairly unusual. We are told, though, it was very difficult to see this section behind his backyard, almost a backyard within a backyard. And we're told you could only access it through a tarp in the backyard fence. And apparently no one lifted that tarp in those 18 years, which is why we haven't heard about her until now, Bill.
Sure, there's going to be a lot of questions asked about that. Okay, Brandon, thank you very, very much. Well, today